right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. I've got a couple of interesting stories for you guys today. The first story that I've got for you guys today, probably the biggest story of the day, the latest physique update from Urs Kalecinski. He posted this on his YouTube channel a few hours ago. Basically a full, complete posing video, like as comprehensive of a physique update as you could possibly get at 7 days out from the show. And honestly, really nothing about this physique update surprised me. I mean, Urs is in incredible shape here. He looks really conditioned. Lots of detail, looks grainy, striated glutes, everything that we expect to see from Urs. So just kind of confirming what we already expected, because that's really going to be, in my opinion, that's going to be one of his strong suits at this show. If he comes in that crazy condition like he did these past two shows, I think that that's probably where Urs is going to be able to catch some guys slipping and maybe move up into that top 10. I think it's pretty evident, though, like watching this video, when you look at the back poses, I do think his back definitely needs to come up. I think that's going to be something that's going to hold him back, especially, on a stage like the Olympia stage. There's some guys with crazy backs in this lineup. It will be interesting to see how he stacks up standing next to these bigger guys, even though he beat Quentin. And Quentin's a pretty big guy. Quentin's not as strong from the back either. So I'm kind of curious to see Urs in this lineup next to these much bigger guys, especially in those back shots, just to see, is this going to be a lineup where he does get dwarfed a little bit by some of these bigger, top guys? Because even the two shows that he did, the shows that he won, they were competitive lineups, but this is the Olympia. These are the best in the world. So I am curious to see how far his condition and how far his shape are going to be able to carry him in a lineup like this. I still think he's got a really good shot, looking at this update, of cracking the top 10. I do think top 6 is a little bit more unrealistic, but top 10 I think he can do. But again, I mean, it also depends. If some of these guys coming off, Urs has proven, whether he's in Classic or whether he's in Open, he's pretty consistent when it comes to his condition. So I think that's going to be something working towards his advantage. If some of these guys coming off, I think Urs is going to be able to slip in there and move up some placings, because I feel like he's not going to be off. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below after watching this recent posing video, this physique update from Urs at 7 days out. What do you think about how he looks overall? Really, we just saw him on stage twice, so I don't think there's really anything that's going to surprise us unless he looked like he wasn't going to be in shape. I would say that's the only surprising thing. It's not like he's going to be, significantly bigger. Maybe he could be a little bit fuller here. But, I mean, literally, we just saw him compete a couple weeks ago, so it's not like we're going to see anything crazy different from him on stage at the Olympia. But I'm really excited to see what he's able to do at his first ever Open Olympia. He's already surpassed expectations with his first two Open shows. I think he's also going to surpass expectations here, but I'm curious to hear what you guys think. I think he's going to be top 10. Now, next up in the news, Keone Pearson's latest physique update. Keone looks absolutely crazy. I mean, what else can we say about Keone? I think the chances of him not retaining his title at this point in 212, I think, are slim to none. I think he's got this in the bag. This is the craziest I think Keone has ever looked. And I look at these updates, particularly I'm looking at that side chest. I mean, obviously his legs look crazy, cross-striated, great condition. But I'm looking at that side chest, man, and I'm thinking about Keone and Open. I think Keone could be a top 6 guy at the Open Olympia this year if he were somehow able to compete in both. Now, I think they've already set the precedent that you can't do that. I forget what the situation was. Maybe it was Flex, maybe it was Derek, but I think they've already said you have to compete in one division at the Olympia, and that's it. But I think if Keone wanted to walk off stage from the 212 Olympia on stage into the prejudging for Open bodybuilding, I think he should be allowed to do that because he's a 212 Mr. Olympia. And I think if he did that, I look at this side chest and I could see him hanging with, most of these Open guys. And this is a good story to follow Urs. When you look at what Urs was able to do as an Open bodybuilder at his first ever Open show, Keone's got a lot more size, at least pound for pound, for his height than Urs has. And we just talked about Urs's back just now and how that's kind of a lagging point for him. Look at Keone's back in this update. I don't think Keone has any lagging body parts. Pound for pound, he is super complete. I think he could come into the Open Olympia if they allowed him to do so. I think he could walk right off stage from 212. Whatever he weighs, he weighs. I think he'd be top 6. But Keone just looks absolutely crazy in all of these updates. Every body part, like I said, his back looks crazy, his legs look crazy. That side chest is just so impressive to me. I think that side chest is hanging with most guys at the Open Olympia right now, even as a 212 guy. And again, 212 being different from classic physique in the sense that it's already judged exactly the same as open bodybuilding. The same poses, the same everything. It's just that weight class difference. I think Keone is going to be trouble at this Prague Pro. And I'm just so excited to see him as an open guy. I don't even want to wait until Prague. I would love to see him just say screw it and do the Open Olympia if they allowed him to compete in 2 divisions. But like I said, I think they've already set the precedent that you can't do that. And obviously, Keone hasn't expressed any interest in doing that. But I think the way it would work out is he would be able to, if he wins the 212 Olympia, he would have time to just go from 212 and then step right back on stage for the Open prejudging. I just think Keone looks crazy here. I'm curious to hear what you guys think, but I think he looks absolutely nuts in these updates. And if Keone loses the 212 Olympia this year, I will be shocked. I just can't see anybody in 212 beating this unless something happens and he comes in off. I mean, I can't really see a lot of open guys beating this physique either. He looks great. I think that without a doubt, this is one of the best physiques on the planet, regardless of division. I think this is in the top 5 best physiques on the planet, regardless of Classic 212 Open. Keone looks he looks crazy. I can't say it enough. Now, next up in the news, I also wanted to talk about Regan Grimes. He's posted several physique updates lately where I feel like he looks really impressive. It's difficult with Regan because every year I feel like he posts updates going into the Olympia or going into whatever show he's doing, and he looks really impressive on Instagram. There's no doubt about it. These updates look great. I was looking at the update of him posing from the back at 2 weeks out, and in that update, he looks really good. Deep, separated hamstring, striated glutes. He had an interesting year. He won the Cali Pro. He was second in Toronto, top 4 at a pretty competitive New York Pro lineup. And the last time we saw him on the Olympia stage was back in 2023, where he was 9th. And presumably between then and now, he's made pretty significant improvements from what he looked like at the 2023 Olympia. So should we be talking about Regan as top 10, maybe even a top 6 guy? Possibly. He did lose to Sauce Harati at the Toronto show. And I don't see Sauce as a top 6 Olympian. So that makes me hesitant to say that Regan is going to be. But he does look great. And I look back at the New York Pro, for example. So Nick beat him, Bonac beat him, and Crizzo beat him. I feel like that definitely puts Regan in the top 10 range. But the guys that are beating him, including Sauce, I just feel like it keeps him. He's still not. I don't know if he's there yet for the top 6. And of course, these were shows that were earlier in the season. These shows were back in May. So I guess he could have made, some improvements from now to then, but it's really difficult to say. I feel like he is a wild card here. He's got a great structure. He's a big guy. It's just hard to say because I feel like it's been almost 10 years that we've been saying, Regan is a wild card. Regan could be top 6. Regan has a ton of potential. Will this year be the year that he has a really breakout year at the Olympia? It's possible because I think he looks great in these updates. Undeniably so, but he usually does look great in his Instagram update. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. How is Regan Grimes looking? How is Regan Grimes looking? And how do you think he's going to do at the Olympia this year? And the final story that I've got for you guys today, the latest physique update from Rubiel Mosquera, Neckzilla, kind of a physique update. It's a video of him and Milos Sarshev. Milos is measuring the size of his quad with his hands. And his quad, obviously, his legs are gigantic. It's unreal how big his legs are. They look pretty pumped and vascular as well in this update. But I'm curious to hear what you guys think he said in this clip. Because the first time I listened to it, I thought he said something about his neck. But then I listened to it again, and it kind of sounded like he said send this to Nick, which I'm assuming he's talking about Nick Walker. But then also, he could have been talking about me because he's got me blocked on his page where I can't see this video on his page. I saw it on Beyond the Stage TV. So listen to this clip and tell me what you guys think he said here. And who do you think he's talking about if he said send this to Nick? I'm assuming Nick Walker, but it also could be me, I guess. So here's the clip. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.
Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Send the Nick.
Holy shit.
And as always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, click that bell notification icon. I'm going to be uploading another video tonight, the classic physique updates from today. So stay tuned for that. And as always, I love you guys, appreciate you guys. Nick Strength and Power, signing out. All right, guys, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy the content. Also, check out my Instagram at Nick Strength Power. My Facebook page, which is simply Nick Strength and Power. My secondary YouTube channel, Nick Strength and Vlogs, for vlogs and bonus content that you will not see on this channel. And consider subscribing to my third YouTube channel, Nick Strength and Pokemon, which is all things Pokemon and trading card games, completely unrelated to this channel. So if you're into that, give that one a look. And all links to merchandise and social media will be in the description box below. If you guys want a Nick Strength and Power t-shirt, that will be in the Shopify link below. Have a great day.